She's Blake Lively with Ryan Reynolds, her dragon. And she decided, I can't take 1 month worth of negative press.
Baby, sit down and buckle that wig, because Hollywood just witnessed the quietest knockout in red carpet history. No screaming match, no flying stilettos, just Angelina Jolie sliding one calm sentence across a sleek glass podium and watching Blake Lively's pastel-colored PR bubble pop like cheap gum. Blink and you'd miss it, honey, but the shockwave? Oh, that hit harder than a Black Friday doorbuster at Walmart. One moment Blake was twirling in Magnolia Pearl jeans, acting like Miss Humanitarian. The next she was Googling damage control at 3 a.m. in a silk eye mask. The lesson? When a woman who's walked through war zones decides to clear her throat, everybody else better clear the room. Now grab your sweet tea, because I'm about to lay out how a single string of words turned Blake's shiny image into yesterday's glitter. Picture a UN-style forum, chandeliers sparkling, polite applause rolling like soft thunder. Angelina steps to the mic in a plain black suit. No diamonds, no fuss, just mission mode grace. She leans in, voice velvet but sharp, and says there's a difference between telling a story and stealing someone else's voice while smiling for the camera. Boom. No hashtags, no mentions, yet every eyeball swung straight to Blake Lively like GPS. I swear you could hear the collective gas slide across the ballroom. Phones came out so fast they might have needed ice packs. Blake's name wasn't spoken, but baby, omission has never felt louder. Security didn't rush, but reputations sure did. Within minutes, gossip blogs lit up brighter than Times Square. Hashtag sprouted, hashtag borrowed voices, hashtag pastel plagiarism. One sentence, and Blake's entire influence costume started unraveling thread by thread. Meanwhile, Angelina? She thanked the panel, shared a polite smile, and glided off stage like she'd simply ordered coffee. Legend doesn't need an encore. In the audience, Blake's stylist allegedly squeezed her phone so hard her acrylics cracked. The silent read of the room said it all. You can't outshine real receipts with faux-caring captions. And although no direct call-out happened, the world knew. Because sometimes truth doesn't need a name tag. It just needs perfect timing and a woman fearless enough to drop it. Honey, that line became the drum we'll be hearing for the next 7 sections. Fast forward 2 weeks to Time magazine, revealing its 2025 most influential list. Scroll, and a wild Blake Lively appears next to Serena Williams and Simone Biles. Twitter collapsed like a cheap folding chair. Folks were rubbing eyes, refreshing feeds, checking Wi-Fi, certain the graphic designer had slipped an extra latte shot. Blake Lively, the jeans influencer? A titan. Girl, please. Comment sections exploded. Titan of what? Pinterest boards? She donates pocket change and gets a crown. Memes popped, Blake's face on a Titanic iceberg captioned influence that sinks fast. Savage? Yes, but the internet smelled the stunt. People dragged the mag for turning a pay-to-play puff piece into a civic honor roll. Even diehard Blake stans muttered, yikes, and hit mute until the storm passed. Meanwhile, across the ocean, Angelina wasn't even in the room, but still shining. UN staffers tweeted throwback photos of her in dusty camps and bullet-scarred schools. Damning contrast served raw. No paid slot required. Her impact sits carved in stone. Rumor says Times board requested a high-profile philanthropist with broad fashion appeal to juice social metrics, and Blake's publicist pounced like a BOGO sale. Problem. Influence isn't eyeliner. You can't just wing it. The list posted at dawn, and by lunch sponsors were asking how to quietly distance themselves. Because real titans don't need pastel filters or plantation couture. They need stamina, receipts, and a spine under pressure. 3 things Blake's critics claimed she left back in 2012. The sentence from section 1 floated above every headline, uncredited but undeniable. If influence is borrowed, the lender always comes to collect. Let's haul that skeleton out the cellar, shall we? Boone Hall, South Carolina, 2012. Blake and Ryan wrapped their forever vows in Spanish moss and slave quarters brick like it was shabby chic decor. Critics coughed politely at first. Blake smiled, waved, kept it cute. Years rolled by, but the internet's memory works over time. Every Black History Month, that plantation venue trended harder than Valentine chocolates. By 2018, Ryan's Wakanda Forever tweet boomerang back with bite. Cute, but wasn't your wedding on a plantation? Cue viral facepalm gifs. For 8 long years, the couple's PR answered with silence and scented candles. Then 2020's racial reckoning summer arrived. Suddenly an apology surfaced, dripping in we didn't know energy. A A charitable donation followed, numbers fuzzy, somewhere between $200,000 and $2 million, depending on which rep you ask. Child, when even your check is ambiguous, so is your remorse. Angelina's camp said nothing didn't need to. Fans made the connection themselves. One woman married on a symbol of hate. The other spent 2 decades dismantling trauma in conflict zones. Every time Boone Hall resurfaces, Blake's credibility takes another hit, and that sentence, yes, that sentence, echoes like a church bell, stealing someone else's voice while smiling for the camera. Because turning a plantation into Pinterest inspiration is exactly that, stealing history's pain and styling it for Insta likes. The ghost of Boone Hall still clings to Blake's chiffon hemline, and no size to apology can hem it out. And as the Time 100 backlash brewed, folks pulled out plantation receipts faster than CVS prints coupons. Sister, when your past is messy, you best not invite fresh spotlight. Spotlight shows stains. Enter 2023. Blake soft launches Homebound, a humanitarian campaign wrapped in sherbet colors and whisper-voiced ads about healing villages. The promo video looked like an Anthropology candle commercial, slow-motion kids, pastel scarves, Blake and dewy lighting. The tagline, rebuilding what's been broken one voice at a time, sounded deep until the internet yelled, "Wait, ain't that Angelina's 2019 UNHCR motto word for word?" Screenshots confirmed. Hashtag copy-paste compassion trended by dinner. Digging deeper, sharp-eyed fans compared Blake's footage to a 2017 Angelina documentary. Same village, same elder, same angle, only Blake swapped dusty boots for suede ankle boots. Turns out Angelina had funded that community 6 years straight, never bragged. Blake popped in for a weekend photo op, then hopped back on a private jet with a free tote bag. When backlash peaked, the Homebound website slipped into maintenance mode. The video went poof, IG posts vanished, and PR emails responded with no comment. Child, the louder the delete key clicked, the guiltier it looked. You don't wipe a campaign unless you know it's rotten. Angelina? Still silent, still winning. Because you can't plagiarize purpose, you either carry it or you don't. And while Blake scrambled for new talking points, that first sentence hovered like a neon sign. Some folks borrow stories, others live them. Homebound became Homegone overnight, but screenshots? Baby, those live on eternal like Mariah's Christmas royalties. The plagiarism fiasco stitched another rip in Blake's Titan costume, and Hollywood's patience thinned faster than lace front edges in a sauna. If the Homebound flop was a bruise, Magnolia Pearl jeans were the knockout punch. 2025, Blake on a daytime talk show, gushing about her real-life jeans from Magnolia Pearl. Twitter's fashion sleuth spat out coffee. This is the same brand that rolled out a plantation collection, corsets named after antebellum mansions, promo shoots on wraparound porches with black actors in servant garb. Aesthetic racism in size 4 denim. Blake twirled, smiled, called the patchwork storytelling fabric. Internet called it fetishizing forced labor. One tweet read, "Girl, take off those Jim Crow capris." Viral in 60 seconds. Bloggers stacked side-by-side images. Angelina in cargo pants beside survivors, Blake in plantation chic. The message wrote itself. Sponsors got nervous. Juanico makeup brand quietly pulled a collab. Fashion houses emailed postponed campaign notices. Even Ryan stayed suspiciously silent. No sarcastic Deadpool tweets could fix this. When reporters asked Blake's team for comment, they served the classic empty platter. Blake supports artisans. Sis, these jeans ain't artisanal. They're appropriation stitched with trauma. Meanwhile, Angelina attended a refugee policy summit wearing recycled black slacks, no brand tags needed. That contrast? Sharper than any TikTok transition. And every headline about those jeans slid back to the root sentence. Some smiles hide stolen stories. Magnolia Pearl proved the point in cotton form. If Blake's wardrobe is a window to her brand, honey, that window got plantation shutters. Cue the red carpet premiere of another simple favor. Fans line barricades, Sharpies rattling. Blake, normally allergic to crowd mingling, pranced over like Santa in July. She grabbed selfies, signed photos, except the pictures showed Lady Deadpool. Problem, Blake never wore that suit. Her stunt double did. People clocked it quick. Why's she signing another woman's work? Meme makers had a field day. Blake's face pasted on random movie posters she didn't star in, Black Panther, Hidden Figures, even Sharknado. Each post racked up likes faster than Blake could scribble her BL signature. PR insiders whispered the obvious, staged humility. Blake was drowning in plantation backlash. Her team needed relatable fan-loving Blake footage. Instead, they delivered forged fandom receipts. 3 entertainment outlets published side-by-side shots of the stunt double wearing the suit versus Blake's red carpet signing spree. Hashtag stunt double swindle sword. The sentence kept echoing. It's one thing to borrow a role, it's another to claim it. By now, even casual moviegoers felt the pattern. Copy wedding setting, copy humanitarian tagline, copy jeans aesthetic, copy stunt glory. Chilly sorry child. This is copy and paste culture on a platinum Amex. Meanwhile, Angelina shot a 30-second PSA about landmine survivors that hit 20 million views in 24 hours. No premiere, no gown, just facts. Impact isn't measured in autographs, it's measured in aftershocks. When Hollywood cancels you, they don't send balloons. They send silence. It started subtle. Florence Pugh unfollowed Blake on IG. Press spotted it like hawks. Then Charlize Theron. Then Emma Watson, Lupita Nyong'o. Natalie Portman sealed the vibe with a cryptic post. Legacy isn't about being seen, it's about what stays. Phew, that wasn't a shade tree, that was a forest. A leaked gala pic told the full story. Angelina and Amal Clooney in deep discussion, while Blake hovered at the fringes, clutching a champagne flute like a participation trophy. She wasn't seated, wasn't speaking, just there, awkward, unneeded. Social media captioned it, when you crash your own downfall. 48 hours, 30,000 reposts, 0 defenders. Studios allegedly postponed 2 scripts she'd been circling. Fashion houses paused endorsements. One insider leaked the new buzzword, radioactive. When your brand equals risk, people walk. And they walked quick. Through it all, Angelina never typed a syllable. She visited a trauma clinic in Jordan, then dropped off radar to film a documentary. No claps, no bragging. She let action speak. Blake's digital footprint, meanwhile, shrank faster than ice in Vegas. Old plantation wedding threads disappeared. Magnolia Pearl hashtags buried under bots. Homebound links dead. PR cleanup crews swept the net till keyboard smoked. But scrubbing search engines is like mopping the beach. Tide always returns. And riding that tide again was the sentence, quiet, unwavering, true. The industry realized everything Blake touched felt borrowed, so they returned it with interest. So here we sit, sis, staring at the glitter-crusted rubble of a borrowed brand. Blake tried to buy gravitas with glossy donations, copycat campaigns, and plantation nostalgia. Angelina whispered one line and exposed the scaffolding like a gust of real air. The difference? One woman did the work, the other did the photo shoot. Influence isn't a list, a gown, or a sharpest print. It's what remains when the hashtags fade. Blake's empire cracked because it was built from press releases, not purpose. Angelina's endurance shines because it's forged in field missions and midnight policy meetings. One sentence didn't ruin Blake. It simply switched on the fluorescent light. And honey, fluorescent shows everything. Now, tell me, did Blake just face the final curtain, or is this Act 2 of her apology tour? Drop your thoughts below, spam that comment section like it's a 2-for-1 sale, and let the Shade Symphony play on. Thanks for supporting the Gossip Wire. If you made it this far in the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more of the hottest celebrity news online.